Remember being young and being at the dinner table and you weren't really quite hungry, but your parents called you out to come have dinner and you took a little bit of bites and you were full and your parents forced you to finish your food or finish your plate. And now you're this morbidly obese person. You have it in your mind that you have to finish all your food. What's up, guys? It's your boy Flick once again, and today we're gonna go over the 5 things that our parents never taught us about eating and our eating habits. If this sounds interesting, guys, well, let's jump into it. Number one, guys, if you are not hungry, don't eat. Sometimes because you are wondering, well, I should eat something because I haven't ate all day. It doesn't necessarily mean, guys, that you have to sit down and eat. If your body is not asking you for food, you shouldn't eat. And this is one of the problems that we have as adults now, is that we are forced to kind of feed ourselves when we're not even hungry. This is one of the mistakes that we all made and could also lead to weight gain. You should only eat, guys, when you are hungry, when your body is asking for it. Not because, oh, it's time for me to eat. You are supposed to listen to your body. Your body is your biggest symptom. And when your body tells you it's hungry, you feed it. Number two, guys, we are not supposed to finish our plate. What we're supposed to do is that once we are satisfied, we're done eating. This is one of the biggest mistakes that we all make, and I'm guilty of it too, right? When I serve myself a bigger portion, I tend to look at my plate and say, man, I have to finish this. And what happens is that I feel guilty and I finish my plate. But this is a big no-no, guys. This actually leads to weight gain. And the reason why we're like this is because we are forced, by our parents when we were young. They forced us, guys, to finish our plate. And this is something that you actually have to get out of your mind, that you are not supposed to finish your plate if you are no longer hungry. If you're no longer hungry, guys, and you still have food on your plate, put it away or just eat it later. Because what's gonna happen, guys, is that you're consuming more calories, and as you consume more calories, it's gonna lead to weight gain. Number three, eat under your own schedule. What I mean by that, guys, sometimes we tend to be with friends or we tend to be with family and they eat late at night, but you're used to eating early in the afternoon or in the early evening. And what happens, guys, is that your body's not used to eating at a certain time, and thus what happens is that you go to bed and you get heartburn and you start feeling all these crazy symptoms and bubble guts and all that because you are eating at a time where you're not supposed to be eating. This was a real issue for me, guys. And once you're in tone with your body, once you know your body real well, you start eating at different times of the day based on your body needs. What also happens, guys, is sometimes you starve yourself just to wait on that date or just to wait for a family member so you can sit down and eat with them. And what happens is you end up overeating. So one of the things, guys, that you must do if you really want to control your hunger is eat when you want to eat, under your own schedule, under your own time. It doesn't matter whether you're going to eat, going out on a date with the girl or with the family member. Then what happens is you just grab something light when you go on that date, or when you go out with a family member, you have something really light. But do not starve yourself, and do not, eat based on someone else's time. Eat under your own time. Number four, knowing what food are good for you and bad for you. What I mean by that, sometimes we have allergic reactions to different types of foods. And, some people can't have whole milk, or some people can't have a certain ingredient in their food like mayonnaise or dairy products, etc., etc. So knowing the proper foods to eat is very critical for your overall health and your overall, weight management. Guys, let me tell you that for me, I cannot really consume no dairy products. I'm very lactose intolerant. So I didn't know that growing up. I had to find out through a doctor years later as I got older that I was lactose intolerant. This is something, guys, that we all take for granted. We don't know that sometimes the foods that we eat are actually affecting us in a major way and it's actually keeping us from staying healthy and also from even losing weight. Sometimes you're consuming too much fat, or you're consuming too many, too much protein, or too much dairy products. It all depends, guys. So knowing what foods are good for you and what foods are bad for you is very, very critical for your overall well-being. Last but not least, portion control. We all are guilty of eating too much. What I mean by that, guys, controlling your portions is very, very vital for maintaining weight, or even if you want to lose weight. And I had a very, very big problem as I was losing weight, knowing what to consume and what was the proper portion amount that I was supposed to consume. We all need to know how much we are putting into our body and how many calories we are consuming, so we won't gain or we could maintain our weight. Sometimes we just think that eating an 8-ounce piece of steak is healthy, when in reality it all depends on what type of steak, if the steak has fat, or some of the foods that we consume. We don't know, guys. We don't know what we're putting in our body. And sometimes we serve ourselves this big plate thinking that we're actually eating healthy, but in reality we're not. So we really need to figure out what our portions should be like. It all goes depending on your weight, on your size, how tall you are. It all depends on your body, guys. But in order for you to maintain a healthy lifestyle and maintain your weight and actually even lose weight, guys, portion control is very, very necessary, guys. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you found this video informative. If you did, guys, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I am your boy Flick, improving your life one video at a time. And until next time, guys, peace.